called in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash and tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the
And
brews.
they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some beer money.
Bucks
And brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, we're getting back on a regular schedule here.
We're trying.
We're trying. Well, we did last Tuesday and this Tuesday, so that's something, right?
And we have next Tuesday planned.
So before we get into next Tuesday, say it.
As always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you guys joining us. David, what are you drinking?
So my drunk best friend showed back up.
Yeah.
I refer to my prostate issue as that, prostatitis, because it's like taking your drunk best friend to the bathroom and him going, I need to pee. And you're like, yeah, you're in front of the urinal. Just take a piss. And then he goes, but I need you to take me to the bathroom so I can pee. It sucks. Honestly, it's not too bad because I've been pushing a shit ton of water all weekend.
Good.
But I drank a little bit last night and I had like 3 kitty wampus.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured just water today. So I'm drinking water in my new
Good color.
Tipsy Robot
Oh, yeah, from Las Vegas.
mug. What are you drinking, my friend?
I'm holding us up on the alcohol side.
Hi, Caitlin.
So, I'm drinking the Monacos. I think I've had them on here before. It's a cocktail, vodka cocktail, Citrus Rush. Tastes like an energy drink, 9% alcohol. I really enjoy these, and as you know, it's only liquor in November. So
How many beers do you think we need for next week's episode? Because I'm going to use from the stock here.
a lot.
How many do you think I should get chilled? I mean, these are big beers too, remember?
Are we just doing? Do we have 3 artists?
We have 3 artists,
Okay, because I don't.
So
I don't think
figured-
we're about the 3rd one.
2 apiece,
Yeah,
so 6.
yeah.
8
Our
to be
rules. 8 to be safe.
to be safe.
8 to have some fun.
And you and I are limiting because we're going to be very professional.
Yeah.
So let's talk about next week. So we've been planning another drink and draw for quite a while now. The last one was awesome, but we went a little the 2 artists, one of the artists and myself, I guess,
Sure.
went a little off the rails last time and had a little too much to drink, and because we were having such fun. We had to stay here a long time to sober up, but Nick and I have decided we need to do another one. We wanted it a little more structured this time, where I think they drew like 2 pictures last time.
Yeah, it was hard to get going and then get ideas, and so
Yeah, so we're asking for ideas. So, if anybody has ideas out there for Drink and Draw in TikTok land, Twitch, or anywhere else, please let us know your ideas. Send them in to us. We want to have a fun event. We're going to raise money for Kent County, Michigan Toys for Tots.
Okay.
Um,
bring your new unwrapped gift if you'd like to donate that way, or we'll have a box for cash donations, and then David and I will have to do some more work, and we will make sure we bring those gifts.
we're happy to go shopping for the kids.
Absolutely.
So,
I just watched a video right before we hopped on about
Yeah.
Shack of Claws. I'm really thinking Bucks and Brews of Claws
Yeah.
seems pretty decent for us.
I think that sounds
I
great.
mean, I got the beard going.
So it came about as it's going to be a live event.
Yes.
I mean, we're live. Some of you guys watch us live, and we really appreciate you guys for all that. But this one's going to be a little different. So my buddy Dillenger, who does a morning show up in Greenville,
Mhm.
I asked him because he was bummed he didn't come to the last Drink and Draw, and I didn't realize he drew. That's my bad. So I said something to him at the con this weekend, and he goes, "Is it going to be live?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Are you going to have an audience?" And I'm like, I never really thought about it. He goes, "Well, if you have an audience, I'll plug it on the air." I'm like, okay. So I literally went right to you, and you're like, "Well, that sounds interesting. Can we get the other artists on board?" So you talked to Roger. Roger's like, "Hell yeah."
Say quickly. I love Roger. Let me say, it's so fun because when he sees me and when I see him, it's like our eyes light up that
Yep.
we've just seen this long lost friend
Yeah.
that we really enjoy being around, right? Like I don't see the guy very often, right? But running into him just makes
It does.
and he wears bright color under his vest, and I just really enjoy it
And he gives great hugs.
very much.
And then you go, "You just got to convince Jack."
Yeah.
And I went, "All right." And I had this notion in my mind because, of course, I have anxiety, and I know he does too. That I'm going to go and I'm going to say, "Hey, what do you think of this idea?" And he's going to go, oh, "People, I don't want to people. There's too many things. Why are you making me do this? I don't like it. My art sucks. All this stuff."
Right.
Right.
Yes. It's Jack Razor.
Right. So I go over to his booth because he had a booth at Comic Con, did really well this weekend. And I said, "Hey, what do you think about this idea?" He goes, "That'd be pretty cool." I went, "Oh, okay, you're in."
Yeah. So this is great.
I met him for drinks afterwards, and he even had some ideas, which, mind you, I asked Christy too. None of the three of us remember what that second idea was, only the first one.
Sure.
But so we're going to have a live Bucks and Brews at Break Room Therapy on November 25th. It's next Tuesday.
You and I are going through our schedule, trying to figure out when we can host this. And I'm just like, look, if we don't do it we're pretty screwed.
That's what Jack said to me. He's like, "Why are you rushing it?" And I'm like, "Nick's starting to coach. We get it after Thanksgiving, and it's going to be really hard to set something up." And he's like, "Oh, that makes sense."
Yeah.
I mean, if we had more time, I could probably get a drink sponsor, but we're going to use Grand Rapids Brewing beer. So,
Yeah.
It
It was one of those where it's like, man, I'm noticing, because then we get to Christmas and all that, and it's like, oh, bud, and then I have a kid. So it just,
yeah, it's going to get harder.
yes.
So we're like, all right, we just got to do it. Doors will open at 5. You can bring your own food and drink. We ask that you donate a toy or make a monetary donation for Toys for Tots.
Yep.
If not, we're not going to turn you away. I mean, you'll come in anyways.
Yep.
If you do donate a toy, we have some gift cards we're going to give away from Break Room Therapy for anyone that donates a toy. Show will start somewhere between 6 and 6:30. I would assume it'll depend on when Nick can get here and when we're all situated. You had talked about maybe setting up Monday night.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
No.
Do we have a session earlier on Tuesday?
Okay.
So Dawn and I will set up once that session's over.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
I took Wednesday off so I can do the tear down Wednesday morning.
Sure.
I think this is going to be a great event.
Yeah. And then you and I have to get ready for Friday.
Yeah.
So we have a busy next week already, with Thanksgiving in there.
I just want to tell you, a guy named Couchfucker just joined this, and I'm wondering if that's the vice president.
Mr. Vice President, is that you? Mr. Vice President. Mr. Vice President, over here.
Stop fucking the couch. Anyways, so I'm very excited about that. I think that's going to be great. We also have another event next week.
We do.
We do next Friday. Did you want to discuss that?
So, David and I, of course, as you guys know, make 3D prints. I'm more geared towards dice and dice things. I'm not a D&D gamer. I play Magic the Gathering. I used to. I played a game this weekend with my brother at Comic-Con. And I have an infatuation with that type of a fun, right? I always like usable things. And so I built a bunch of dice towers, a bunch of dice stuff. It doesn't sell necessarily here. It doesn't sell at
some of the markets we do.
Some of the markets we do, right? Like, because that's not usually what people are going for. So this one we're doing at House Rules in Grand Rapids. And House Rules is a gaming bar that's, they have alcohol and non-alcoholic drinks. And so it's going to be geared more towards the things that I enjoy making. I mean, David's a printing machine, printing like crazy. So there'll be some fun stuff there. But that's going to be from 11 to 2, and then we have to be out of there by 3 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're in the Grand Rapids area, come join us. Come look at some of the fun stuff.
They're going to have a lot of vendors there, and they're selling stuff at House Rules as well. It's going to be a great event.
Yeah. I'm saying you and I, we're really hoping we're at the same table together.
We'll be at the same table because I put the same name for both.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So I don't think they'll want to split up Nick Watkins from Nick Watkins.
Look, I've been known to be in 2 places at once. I coach bowling.
I was literally only going to get us half a table,
Mhm.
and you're like, "No, dude, we need 2 tables or a full table." I'm like, "All right, I guess." So
Yeah.
I started printing, card stuff,
And you've already
dice
sold
stuff.
one.
Oh, I've already sold 3 things.
See, yeah, exactly, right?
So
It's-
yeah. I mean, it's to my boss, but shout out to her for wanting to buy.
Which who I met. Yeah.
Yeah,
Say, couldn't tell you her name if I had to.
you don't have to.
Say, I know we met. It's funny because I go, oh, I met David's boss, and my wife's like, oh, what's her name? And I was like, yep, that's what I say. What's her name? I still have no idea.
I mean, I never knew any of your bosses.
Right.
I don't know your AD's name now.
Yeah. I forgot I have a boss. Like, huh. But yeah, so that, that's just kind of the whole idea is. But yeah, I met her. We, had 20 seconds of interaction because we were on the way out and you guys were just starting your walkthrough.
We went and bought pickles.
So did we. There's
And I'm going to reach out to the pickle people and talk about having them on.
We will have them on. Yeah, we've said that for the past 5 years. Um, yeah, so yeah, guys, join us for both events. We'd love to have you for the drink and draw. Um, I'm assuming the artists are going to bring their own stuff. That's something we have to talk about still. But we are looking for ideas again to reiterate. Please, if you have any ideas of things, please don't use the idea of Hulk Hogan, Hello Kitty, right?
We've already had that.
Yep, that was one that
and Jack Razor knocked it out of the park.
Yep. So
I'll probably say his name correctly if I'm not drinking much.
And I'm wondering, we might do something fun where we auction off an art piece or two or something like that, because we'll have the artist here, have them sign it. So we might as well make this a donation fest.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, we really want to raise some money so Kent County Toys for Tots struggles now because they closed the Marine base up here.
Oh,
The closest one is like in Battle Creek.
okay.
So they struggle for donations more now than they did in the past. So we try to help them out as much as we can. I took a picture in front of their booth on Friday, and Break Room posted that, and they shared it. And then we did the Star Wars 501st picture in front of the booth.
Yeah. Can we talk about, you know what? I went to Family Fair by my house.
Mhm.
Do you know what was outside?
What?
There was the Salvation Army guy ringing bells.
Yeah.
Actually ringing. It's been so many years since I've heard them ringing bells, right? Because they used to always, you give them something, they give you a Tootsie Roll.
Mhm.
And no, I mean, he wasn't giving Tootsie Rolls, but this guy was just going to town ringing bells. And I was like, it's fun. But, you hear all the negative about Salvation Army and
I mean, it's church.
to say that's
I don't give money to the church.
so. But it was just,
It's nice that they do that.
brought me back to being the child, right? So, today is a fun topic. I really am excited.
We're gonna fight, aren't we?
Absolutely. I once you sent this to me, I was like, yup, this is going to be a fight that you and I'm going to see your side of view. You'll never see my side, but I'm going to
I see your side. I just don't
Just-
agree with it.
right. But we'll have a good, fun conversation. We're hoping you guys enjoy it as well. So,
You ready to get into it?
absolutely.
All right. So saw TikTok, guys, like I can fix the wealth inequality and tax problems in the United States with 7 different things.
Yep.
And he has 4 rules. Sorry, 3 rules.
3 rules.
First rule is no individual with a net worth under $20 million will be affected. So that cannot touch 339.85 million Americans. It cannot affect a business with less than 500 employees, which excludes 93% or 99% of businesses. And free health care for everyone. Do you want to comment on the 3 rules?
No, so just a clarifier.
Mhm.
So, no individual with a net worth under 20 million can be touched for taxes, right?
Right. That
339,800 339,850,000. Now, according to the US, there's a population of 347,000, right? So we have
million.
347 million, excuse me. So we have
So it's 8 million.
about 8 million, 7 million or so, roughly, of people that will be affected by this.
Hey, Jeff, we just talked about drink and draw, but if you need to hear anything else, let us know and send in your suggestions.
Is this going to be kid friendly?
Drink and draw?
I mean, it's a drink and draw. So
I mean, you can bring your kids, but we will curse.
say we are Bucks and Brews.
We will curse.
Say.
I have asked Jack Razor to please not draw me naked again because he has done that. It was not flattering. Yeah, you watch South Park lately?
Only the clips.
It's like a lot of those.
Oh,
Not good.
Good.
Not for sharing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, right, just to be clear, I guess there's 347 million Americans. And out of that, some of them are going to be infants, some of them are going to be your people 20 million above. So, and then what was
it cannot affect a business
Business
with less than 500 employees.
which we're starting out on a good thing, and free healthcare for everyone.
Everyone.
Okay, which That's everyone, not just
Not just the Congress people.
not the rich, not the poor. That list is literally everyone. So
I mean, most of the developed world has that.
yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so right off the bat, corporate tax rate will be 25%.
Okay.
And that's, again, businesses over 500 employees.
Okay. No, look, if that's where you're starting, we'll go from there. But what is the current corporate tax rate? Right?
I want to say it's like 13 or 15%, but that's purely a guess.
Sorry. Current corporate tax rate is 21%.
Okay.
So you want to raise it 4%? I don't think 4% is that big of a deal.
I would agree.
So U.S. federal corporate income tax rate is a flat 21%. The rate applies to C corporations, has been permitted by law. So 2017. So 4% increase. You know what? I've seen a
But that's only for 1% of businesses.
Correct.
The rest stay at the 21.
Anybody 500 employees or more. Sorry, 501 employees or more.
Yes.
So I'm okay with this. 4%. It's not a huge burden. It's not anything to be crazy.
We have an Evan Williams spiced apple as a suggestion for drink and draw.
Apple spice.
I think that's a drink, isn't it?
That's a drink.
Yeah, we were more on the what should they draw, not
But
what should they
they
drink.
might be able to draw that.
Maybe
So,
they can. Make a new logo for them. Anyways,
yeah.
go ahead, Nick.
Sorry. So, right, 4%. Sure.
Not
Okay,
a big deal, right?
Let's see where we go from here, right? If that's where you're only charging corporations, and I mean, sure, corporations are going to put it back on me. So my raise is going to be a little bit lower, but hey, 4%. Let's figure this out.
Do you work for a company that employs more than 500 people?
I do not, but like we'll call Gentex, right? So all of my friends, right, and stuff like
I mean,
that.
my job.
Your job, yeah,
We employ like 60,000 people.
sure.
But I mean, what are they going to do to me, Nick? Instead of a 2% raise, they're going to give me a 1% raise or a 0% raise. I mean, it's $17 take home. I give a shit. I drink more than that in a weekend. So do you.
Yeah,
No problem, Jeff. It happens. But if you have ideas for them to draw, let us know. Next one is cut the DoD budget by 25%, which is still larger than the next 6 nations combined.
And currently we're at 9. Is that correct? Next closest 9 or 11?
I thought it was way more than that.
Was it 26? I don't remember.
At one point, it was 26.
Okay.
25 of which were our allies.
So, but the problem is now have we lost jobs?
I think cutting in that would probably be contractors and stuff.
Okay,
But that's just a guess.
sure. Now my question is, are we open to figuring out where to make that money happen because here's my problem with this. And I'm going to say this from your side of things, right?
Yes.
How about Nick riding a unicorn? Now we're talking.
I love that idea. Write that down.
Write this one down. On my
I can't wait to see that one.
all right. So here's my thing.
Yep.
I don't know when it's going to take effect, what it's going to do, right? This person, if this happens today, my problem is the mouth on our fucking president, right?
Mm-hmm.
The mouth is going to get us fucking bombed, right? At some point, so I guess if we go from, because what are we spending?
230 or 2.32 trillion.
So and we divide that by 75.
Sorry, I did 200 trillion.
So we go to 800 billion dollars versus, or no, sorry, geez,
it'd be 500 billion that they would take off.
Okay, so we go to 100 or
1 point.
No, we'd have
No, it's a little more because I did the math wrong.
700.
320.
We'd have $750 billion worth in there. 100,000 million billion trillion. Yep.
So you want to know what we
Times
have
that by
left?
0.75.
We'd have left 1.7 trillion.
1. Okay, sorry. Gosh, my as you guys know, if you followed along, I usually do math a heck of a lot better. My coaching and doing all this, my brain is fried all of a sudden, and I've already had one drink, so.
But still, 1.74 trillion.
$1 trillion. Okay. And so we'd still be above six combined, right? The top six combined, we'd still be well above. So my issue becomes, and I don't know that whole business in general, right? You're saying, hey, it covers contractors, it covers this. Hoping it.
Do you want to know what all the military budget covers?
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I guess let's break this down.
So let's see if this says.
And then Jeff,
keep talking while
Jeff, go ahead and ask your kids for some random ideas. Just say, hey, throw out some random things, right? Whether it's Tickle Me Elmo, whether it's anything, right? So we're looking for anything, right? Flying Spaghetti Man. Just tell them to lift off some random stuff. Oh, we know you got 5 of them, bud. Man, this dude's a fertile guy.
I don't know what that's like. I mean, I don't know if I don't know what that's like, literally.
So, but yeah, so, I guess depending on what the cuts want to be, things like that. So here's the thing. He made rules, he made things. I understand the money and what he's trying to do. That gives us,
I can't find specific.
that gives us $500 billion to spend elsewhere. I understand. But let's figure out, let's figure out, I guess, what we're cutting in the defense. That's my only question for you, right?
I'm not the financial analyst of the Department of Defense. I couldn't tell you.
Look, you and I we thank and honor our military members for what they do. We want to take care of them. Again, that's why we want to get them.
Yeah, I'm not looking to cut their pay or make VA benefits any. I mean, they're already going to have healthcare. It's going to be free.
Yep.
But I'm not looking to cut their pay or anything. Hey, your guy's back, bud.
It's like the man with the cat.
They're fighting over you now.
Oh gosh.
Anyways,
guys, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't do a financial analysis for them. But I wouldn't be looking at taking anybody's pay away.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Now maybe I would. I would have less contractors, and the actual military would do more of that work.
And here's my problem is, and forgive me, guys, because David's very much more politically.
I have to interrupt here for a second.
Please do.
Enjoy life. Just so you know, Backroom Bear's been here a long, long time and been hitting on Nick the entire time. Not just today, over many, many months. Just while you guys fight.
I'm somebody's bitch. Say, I'll be honest. I could Google it real quick, but I don't know the name of our defense secretary guy. There you go. Right. Again, David's so much more into who people are, what they do.
He's a drunk.
We talked about Couchfucker earlier. I couldn't tell you that guy's name right now.
Anybody that's listening to us, I just want you to know we're having a TikTok fight over Nick right now.
And say, tell him if you send the Galaxy, I might slip a nipple. Say,
you guys heard it here first.
Say, but right, so that guy's a waste of space in my opinion. But the job has to be there. So. We don't get to vote on that. We don't get to do that.
I can cut his salary right fucking now. But anybody that has that job, I could cut their fucking salary. I don't care who they are.
Should we be doing that? So,
Jeff is staking his claim.
Pretty sure Jeff has seen more of me than anybody else out there. Right?
I would probably not doubt that.
So, gosh, that's funny.
That's hilarious.
But just saying, we grew up best friends with his brother, so I was there all the time. So, but okay, so right, we're cutting this. Let's figure out what we're cutting. There's things I want to I want to be the best in what we do. I want to be able to. So I'm a defensive player. I'm actually not an offensive player. I do understand that we've dropped atomic bombs, but I'm very much about research development, things like that. So I think, hey, if we can get something bigger and better and have the ability to stop any force that comes in, right? I don't think war needs to happen.
Have they been working on that?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
I doubt it.
But again, Trump had talked about, hey, we're going to start testing these types of things.
He also talked about Mexico paying for a wall.
Does he wear tank tops? No, he does not. No. Too much side boob.
Hey, we're doing good, DJ.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I see your point. There are obviously cuts you could make there that wouldn't affect much. And again, why do we need to spend more than the next six nations combined?
And out of those 6 nations, probably 5 of them are allies.
Yeah, I would assume China's in there.
Sure.
But other than that, yeah, allies, or were allies before this fucker got in.
Thanks so much, ASA. I own 7 of them. I have to put a logo on it.
Yeah,
I might say Bucks and Brews, we're completely fine with it.
Yeah.
Say I don't usually ever run anything past David. I just text him, hey, look what I just bought us. Same as what he does for me. But I might use one of the labels for a Bucks and Brews hat for this. I want to put a Detroit D. One of my favorite hats is the Detroit Lions Pride logo.
Lions or Tigers?
Tigers, sorry. Yeah. And so that'd be, I want to replace it, and I am in love with how this hat comes out. So thanks for getting me off topic. Tangent time. So
we do that a lot.
Yeah. But all right, so next topic.
Close tax loopholes while protecting anyone with a net worth under 20 million.
Okay. Why?
Why what?
Why are we protect? So the rule number 1 is anybody on 20 million. So we have to stick with that rule. But what tax loopholes do you want to do, right? Because
this is this man's plan.
Sure.
He was going to talk about tax loopholes. I don't know. I don't make that much money, so I don't.
1031 exchanges are the only. So here's my problem in real estate. This is when I thought about a crap ton. Okay, so the problem is what somebody takes is a 1031 exchange, right? So they're going to buy. I'll give you an example that you might understand. They buy 5 Super 8 motels at $4 million a piece.
Okay,
that's $20 million bucks. Well, okay, and those are, let's call them 50 rooms a piece. So we have 250 rooms, and it brings them in X amount of dollars. Well, they decide, hey, you know what? We've upgraded from Super 8. We'd like to go into a Hilton. Well, that Hilton is going to cost us $30 million, right? And it's sure we can go down low on 200 rooms, but in order to do that, they have to take that tax money, because it has to be tax free, and then they roll it over here. Now they have a $10 million loan, so they're still stimulating the economy. They're still sharing interest. They're still doing this. They get that tax loophole, and so what I find, and okay, so it'll stop a lot of your smaller home buying type thing. So from pockets of getting sold, but it'll stop that big growth that I really think we need, right?
We're not getting it now.
We are, though.
No, we're not.
Who's we? In what way do you mean we're not getting it now?
Actual people. Yes, people are buying things, but so if you're looking at buying up businesses and properties
mostly.
So the majority of who's buying that are private equity.
I agree, but but they still need that 1031 to be able to roll it over. Otherwise,
again,
if you're taking a tax hit, let's call it, so it's 33%, right? So, and of course now we picked that for a stupid fucking number, off of 20 million, right? So now we only have 13 million to spend, right? Because we took the 6 million off, so 14 million. Only being able to roll over that amount, that gives us to where the numbers don't make sense to upgrade to buy the next thing. The only people that would be able to, the rich would literally continue to get the rich, granted, but they wouldn't sell, right? Things wouldn't sell. Sure, somebody would pass it on, but then you get, are we saying, do we pay our taxes? Because the loophole.
You realize we're the only nation that has this fucking issue?
I agree.
People buy and sell shit in other countries all the fucking time, and shit's expensive there. They don't have this problem in Denmark, Sweden, the UK, France, Germany, and the Netherlands.
Oh, man. So because Jeff knows me, sent me a text. A meat clown, flying dog, giraffe flying on a rocket. Dude, we love these. Keep them going.
Appreciate the suggestions, Jeff.
Yeah. So, it becomes, to me, I see growth stopping at the top, and we need We need to develop. So
I don't really give a shit if growth stops at the top.
But you need, and to me, I feel like you need to make sure that growth constantly happens, because otherwise we become stagnant and go.
This country was the most prosperous from World War II till 1980.
Yeah.
What happened?
War. No. Let's say Reagan. Right.
Where he effectively cut all of the tax rates.
Sure.
And the rich ran off like robin bearers.
Yep. The next one I think is the only one. Like, the next one is one that you and I are going to absolutely agree upon. It is something I've said forever.
So it's limit publicly traded CEOs pay to 50 times the average non-executive salary. So, for example, if an average employee at a company makes 60,000, the CEO can only make 3 million. Is $3 million enough to live on a year?
Depending on who you are.
No.
If you're LeBron,
there's no fucking depending on who you are. Is it enough to live on? Yes or no?
Depending on where you are and who you are.
Bullshit.
So, all right. So if I take,
can you get all of your needs met with 3 million a year?
Me personally, yes.
Anybody can. You may not get to to buy a private jet. You may not get to buy a fucking island, but you can live on 3 million very fucking comfortably. Everyone can.
So if you say
LeBron lived on way fucking less for many fucking years.
Many years, right? But if you say basic needs, the answer is yes. Now, if you say
still fucking rich as shit with 3 million a year.
I wouldn't say rich as shit.
I would.
No, I mean the top 1% is 20 million, right? So 3 million isn't even, that's 1.5% of that, right?
Okay.
So that change somebody's life.
This is not having $3 million in net worth. This is making 3 million a year.
3 million a year, right? Every single year.
Every single year.
You get to make $3 million, right?
No, you probably get a 2% bump just like your fucking employees do.
And you should, right? So, but, it is, to me, I agree that there should be a limit on how much a CEO makes over their lowest.
Yes, I am, Jeff.
Their lowest paid employee.
I'm fighting a polar bear, according to you.
Absolutely, baby. Do you know how much a polar bear weighs?
How much?
Enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Nick. Got
the dad jokes, people.
That's a fact. So I agree that there should be a limit on how much you're paying. That now,
you want to make more? The average worker makes 70,000.
The average worker makes more, right? And I think that's
maybe 80,000.
That's how Reagan wanted it to work out. Just never.
No,
did, right?
No, it's working exactly how he wanted it to. That's the plan he sold people.
Sure.
He sold them that would work, and it never fucking worked.
Trickle down is the thing that needs to happen. But so yes, if your lowest employee is making 60,000, you can only make 3 million. Take care of your employees. We had this conversation off air because I read that book, Start with Why. We talked about how much I'm gonna
start that book, by the way.
I do love Walmart, right? I did.
You love the theory of Walmart.
I do.
You love what Walmart used to stand for.
I love what Walmart.
You love what Sam Walton did.
Absolutely. Okay, so if you want to hear that, right, I love Sam Walton.
Right.
His fucking heirs can suck my balls.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it's the same with Fred Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, dude. See, you even pointed out, right? The fact I was just there the other day. Buy one for $2.39 or buy two for $3.
Yep.
Back in the day, right? It was, hey, if we're running a 2 for $3 special, you could buy one and get one for $1.50.
Yep.
Get your basic, get your need. Now you have to buy two to get the deal. And so it's forcing you to spend that extra, 80 cents.
And do you need that thing?
Right.
Are you going to eat that thing?
Say, cream cheese.
Yes.
If I'm not eating fucking bagels or whatever
every day,
but I'm putting cream cheese into my white chicken chili.
Yeah.
I only need one fucking brick. What do I need a second brick for? But
you need to eat bagels now every day too.
I need to right.
And bagels are 2 for $4. So now you got to buy 2 fucking things of bagels.
Absolutely.
And then go to shit in a week.
The one cream cheese only lasts me one roll of bagels, right?
So now you're buying 4 fucking cream cheese.
Exactly. But now I still have one extra cream cheese because I've used 2 rows on 2 things of bagels, but I have one extra fucking cream cheese. And you're hoping that my next meal is going to require cream cheese, but that's just not how it works.
You better make a fucking cheesecake.
Right.
But that crust is going to be 2 for $4 as well.
Yeah. So it's frustrating to watch how Myers become. Good for them for expanding finally into Pennsylvania, but you know,
Did they even need to raise prices or do any of that shit?
and
to
they're
expand? No.
they're a union, so they're getting paid more than what a Walmart employee.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
Walmart, trash the way they treat them. They've been sued multiple times for stuff, and again, Walmart is the reason we're having this fucking conversation about capping how much somebody should be able to make. Right?
Well, and they are the number one employer of people on SNAP benefits. You want to piss and moan about SNAP benefits and government assistance? Bitch at them, because they make how much per day? Did you say, Nick?
Oh,
Or how much are their sales per day? It wasn't it like 2 billion?
Yeah, it was 3 point something billion or whatever, and they still end up with.
They could afford to pay their employees more. They don't want to.
They could pay Michigan's SNAP benefits in 1 minute or 1 hour or something like that,
Yeah.
and still come out with billions of dollars. It's just absolutely atrocious to me.
Well, and you sit there and when you look at it again, great movie in the 80s called Wall Street with Michael Douglas.
Great movie.
Gordon Gekko ran around going, greed is good. Greed is not fucking good, because the greedier you are, the more you want for yourself. And if you only want it for yourself and you don't want to help other people out, then you're just a fucking piece of shit. I bought drinks yesterday because that's what I do. I told Mike, because he saw a PBR. He goes, I don't think I've ever had a PBR. I said, I'll buy it if you want it. And he goes, I don't want it. I buy it for him, and he goes, shit, you could have gotten me a Modelo for the same price. I said, you said PBR. He goes, well, that's what you offered him. Then drink that shitty beer. Right? I don't know what to tell you. No, I try to be as generous as I can with my money. I don't always have a ton, but if I can help somebody out, I'm happy to. We have at least 2 people that don't live with me coming over for Thanksgiving, and I just invited a third.
There you go.
Why do I do that, Nick?
Because you want them to have a place to go and you want to feed them.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't ask anybody for anything. I'm like, yeah, just show up. There'll be food.
Yep.
I mean, it's a pretty simple thing. And again, I don't have $3 million a year. I don't have a net worth of 20 million.
Right.
I mean, my net worth is just under $1 million.
I mean, but at the end of the day, so that's a rule I agree with, because I think it'll stimulate and grow, right?
Well, and again, the reason the middle class was so taken care of in the 50s and 60s and 70s is because you were penalized if you made over 10 million.
90% penalized, which you know where I stand on that.
Yeah, but it's for every dollar over 10 million.
Right.
So instead of I'm going to take home $11 million this year, you took that extra $1 million and you reinvested it into your company or employees or whatever. That way you weren't paying, getting paid 10 cents on the dollar.
Right.
That was incentive enough for you to take care of the people out there and give them things like pensions.
Yep.
No fucking pension anymore. We're changing our fucking 403B provider again.
I have a pension.
I don't.
It's $1.32.
Right. A month?
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this year it might go up.
I think my mother has a pension. It's like $71 a month.
There you go.
What the fuck are you going to do with that?
Case of beer?
Maybe 3 cases if you're drinking Bud Light.
Yeah, I see that.
If they got a rebate, you could probably get 5-6 cases.
Remember COVID? I mean, I bought some cases, buddy. $10 off.
You're still working on your 100 PBRs?
Yeah, it's still sitting in the basement. Everybody keeps saying it's skunked, and I keep handing it to them.
Shit happens.
To me, it was
free beer.
To me, I was going to leave it forever, just as is, and then people wanted to crack into it, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So
I mean, yeah, when you look at it, the better you can make people around you, the better it is for your community and the people. I'm not spending money at fucking big places for Black Friday. Probably not spending much money on Black Friday.
Well, because you and I are going to be working.
I mean, besides that, though, when I spend money that weekend, it's going to be at small businesses. I'm going to make sure I run over to Tardy's and get something. I might run over to In Booze and get something. I'm going to suggest people come to Break Room.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking Walmart. I'm not going to Best Buy. They can suck my ass. I'm not giving them money. I don't give a shit about them.
Right.
I haven't spent a dime at Target in almost 2 yees.
You know what? Me neither. And Courtney's been supportive of that because she used to love it.
Yep.
But I have gone to Walmart. It's Yeah, they have a couple random things that Meijer doesn't carry. And so yeah, we've
I will once in a while order something from Walmart online.
Sure.
I don't necessarily go to Walmart.
Okay.
If I'm in like the Chicagoland area,
Yep.
I'll go to a Walmart. Because I can buy a Cub shirt or Bear shirt there.
For much cheaper than
Then I can order it online.
Yep.
I'm still going to support the stores like across from Wrigley Field. I'm still going to buy shit from them.
But it's going to be different stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be unique stuff for me.
Right. It's going to be that one-off. It's not, I mean, because they're right. You can get a shirt at Walmart for $10.
Can't get this at Walmart.
Socks, right? Yeah.
Big ass Cub socks.
Right. So, I agree. So I think that's a great rule that should be implemented. I was retired. I was self-employed when my wife had her 5-year at the company she was working for.
Mhm.
And the wife had gotten, okay, round numbers. I actually don't remember everything, but my wife went from $15 to $16.25.
Yep.
Right. Again, I don't remember exactly. It might have been 20 to 21.25. I don't remember.
Doesn't matter.
But the CEO went from like 1.2 million to $6 million. And I asked my wife, I said, why didn't you ask, hey, why did you get this? Why did you get so much of an increase and I only got 3%? Right? Every year, 3%. And she, of course, she won't fucking ask that question. But me, I wanted to introduce myself because I'm an arrogant prick, right? Like
You have nothing to lose by doing it.
My wife's job would be on the line, but like I wouldn't.
You have nothing
Correct.
to lose.
So I was going to take my name tag off and be like, hey, so tell me why all of a sudden you're making $6 million when you used to make 1.2 million. Oh, it's because we cut this. Okay, cuts, right? We shouldn't be cutting. Your job is talking about cuts. My wife's job just was on the news. So, right, anyone that knows the local area, you can figure out what was on the news. They're cutting, and they wouldn't tell you how many jobs they're getting rid of. They're not doing this, but like, what an absolute fucking shithole of a thing to do, right? And the CEO is still making his money.
We had an all staff yesterday.
Yeah.
I asked a question.
Yeah.
They didn't post it. Ask me what I asked.
Is my job going to be eliminated by the end of the year?
No, I said, with you outsourcing all of our jobs to X company in X country, how do you give employees confidence that they're not going to lose their jobs?
And they didn't post
And they refuse to post it. They just pretend like it doesn't exist.
Sure.
I'm going to keep hammering that shit and I'm going to get fired because I'm such a prick at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, sometimes you have to answer for that shit. There's no reason to not just, there's a reason to not be upfront. Okay. I'll be honest, because if you're upfront, somebody's going to go, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm out. But if you want your employees to actually give a shit about doing a good job, you have to incentivize them somehow. And if you're not going to do it through pay, which I got a 2% raise last year, so they're not incentivizing me through pay.
Sure.
You're going to have to do it with something else. And respect is high on that list for me. If I don't feel respected, probably not going to worry too much about the job I'm doing. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to do subpar work. It just means I'm not going to go extra.
Right. Well, and I hate, one of my biggest hates is companies that say there's a top out, right? Because like you applied for 1 million jobs lately.
Mm-hmm.
Pay range between here and here.
Mm-hmm.
And you even say, oh, if I start, they're going to start me here. No, like this is the pay range. Next year, they're going to up the pay range. I'm going to be that 2% job every time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Every time.
Companies walk in. I remember I went to an interview. I got turned down. I went to an interview and it said, pay range was from $11 to $15 an hour, depending on experience. I walked in, I had experience, and I was like, hey, I'm like, all right, we'll start you at $11 an hour. And I was like, no, I have experience. And they're like, well, we can do 12 and then you can move yourself up. And I said, no, like you said 15, I want 15. Like, honestly, I want 20, but I'll work my way up to that. And they're like, oh, I don't think it's going to work out for us. And I was like, okay, bye. Like, have a good fucking day. Right. Like, no, you're not going to sit here and tell me that first of all, don't meet your criteria for what your expectation is without you seeing me work, without you seeing me do anything for the lowest pay, right? You don't get to assume I'm the lowest on the chain, right? Again, I'm probably making what I just applied for, right? Like, oh, you're already making $10? We'll give you 12. No, fuck you, right? Give me what I'm worth. You're supposed to be the example setter, right? You're supposed to say, hey, we want you.
They want it for how cheap they can get it.
Absolutely.
So we had an interview last week. Somebody was referred, and Don goes, "This is what we start out at." I'm not going to say it on air, but
Sure,
you can
Yeah.
imagine. And we do raises, when we have the ability to do it. But being a small business, we don't always have the ability to do it on a yearly basis. But we try.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, that's great." And again, it's a good starting wage. Especially for somebody that's working every other weekend. I mean, we're not asking you to work full time.
Yep.
You're working
Come
20 hours.
Come as your second job.
Right.
Your hey, I want spending money. I'm not trying to be rich off of this one.
Right.
You're not a primary job, right? I'm not afraid to admit that.
Only for Dawn.
Right. And hopefully someday a GM, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
And that person will get paid. That person will do that. But like, you're not, and you know that, right? You know you're not a primary job.
Yes.
So
We're very upfront about that. We're like, listen, you're not going to get rich here. You're not going to support yourself here, but you're going to have money.
Yep.
We're going to pay you well. We're going to offer you a lot of things. Again, you can walk in here and have a full fucking meal anytime you're at work.
Oh yeah.
Grab an energy drink or grab a pop or, grab some water, whatever.
Yep.
She usually has juice in the fridge. She takes care of our staff well.
Yeah.
And we tell them. So they pick out all of the metal from electronics.
Yep.
So we can scrap it out. That money goes back into buying them all the shit in there. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because somebody's got to pay for it somehow.
Yep.
So if we can get an extra $100 or $200 a month with that, hey, guess what? Tell me what snacks you want.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. You guys buy the snacks that they want, not just the
Yeah.
things that, because it's not like Dawn's buying gluten-free shit.
No.
She's not like, hey, these are all my snacks. You're welcome to them. No, it's here. This is 90% of shit I can't fucking eat. You guys.
No, she literally tells them, give me a list of the things you want. I'll go to Costco and get it.
Oh, and literally when I tell you guys, like, there's fucking cup of ramen. I just walked in, there's mac and cheese that's fancy. There's the one time there was bowl of pho, right? I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of want to try this, right? But like there's actual meals and stuff
Yeah.
for these employees.
Yeah, she buys what they want.
Yep.
And, if you got to eat something, go eat.
Yep.
That's the other thing, too. We don't have scheduled breaks.
Right.
Hey, I'm hungry. I'm going to run upstairs and make something to eat. Bye. As long as we're not
Swamped.
right. You can find time to go do that. We don't care. We have enough people to handle shit. Just let us know you're going upstairs. Big deal.
Yep.
And again, when your employees feel empowered and respected and taken care of, they'll do anything for you. We have great fucking employees right now. They are fabulous, and they love us and they love working here. And people say, if you say you're a family, it's toxic. We really are kind of a family here. We give a shit about everybody.
Right.
So, case in point, system manager walks in the other day, and I'm not going to use their name.
Yep.
Because only a few people will know. And they go, so I can't drink with you guys anymore. Mind you, they just turned 21 and could start drinking with us. And I went, why? And I turned around, holding the test.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
She goes,
It's my sister.
yeah, she goes, I told you I'd make you a grandpa.
Oh, God.
And I just laughed. And I'm like, well, congratulations, kid.
No, I just said it's my sister. It's not me. I'm just saying.
She, she's wanted a kid at this age for many, many years. So she's getting what she wants. And, and we'll help out in any way we can.
Yep.
Very happy for her. Again, not mentioning names. That way nobody's going, hey, you've spoiled something. I mean, her family all knows. So
Yeah.
whatever. But, again, we are kind of a family here. We care about each other and what is going on with each other. When I went to Vegas, I brought back gifts for employees.
Yep.
One of our employees, this one's friend, I was told out there, doesn't like Vegas, didn't have a good time in Vegas. So I wasn't, I bought like Vegas shot glasses or Vegas keychains.
Sure.
Well, if you don't like Vegas, I'm not going to buy you that.
Right.
I brought her back chocolate because who the fuck doesn't like chocolate?
That's a fact.
And Dawn got pissed because I gave Nick and Jordan their stuff in front of her.
Yeah.
But I didn't know she was working that day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, I got to run back home anyways. I'll go get her chocolate while I'm at home. And I came back and I'm like, listen, it's not that I didn't think of you. I didn't really know what to get you. So you're getting chocolate. And she's like, oh, those look fun.
There you go.
Great.
Yeah.
So let's get back off of tangent time on back to what we were talking about. So the next line is implement a 1 to 3% tiered wealth tax on individuals with a net worth over $50 million. I know this is going to piss you off.
Absolutely.
Why?
A 1 to 3%, because again, we go back to the whole idea of I don't care how much you make. Like, why am I getting taxed just because I make more money?
Because you make more money and people need services, and that money goes to help people's services.
But say, and so 1 to 3% tiered, and depending on the tiers and all that, but so I'm already, as my corporation, I'm already paying 20. This goes back to the
Mhm.
number one. So I'm paying 4% extra already on my company.
Mhm.
Now you want me to pay 1 to 3% more on top of that?
Mhm.
Why?
Because things cost money.
Yeah, it's greed.
But you're okay with the CEO being greedy.
I'm not. I'm okay with the CEO making more than the bottom.
We just talked a minute ago about things not being capped
Yep.
and how that fucked everything up. This is just a cap on that. If you can't afford an extra 1 fucking percent if you make 55 million, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have much fucking sympathy for you.
But what if that, okay, so what if that 1% that they can't afford because they've overspent because they're American, what if that puts them into the poverty level?
Then they're fucking stupid with their money. I don't have any fucking problem.
That's what Bucks and Brews is for.
Again, they should listen to us, but I don't have sympathy for that shit. If you lose $50 million, then go fuck yourself. I don't have much sympathy. You should have had something in place. You and I talked about this with Caitlin's money.
Yep.
And I'm like, listen, I'm worried about a crash. And you're like, you should put a stop loss on everything.
Yep.
Guess what I started doing?
Putting stop losses.
Right.
There you go.
Now, she could cash out right now and make, let's say, 28,000.
Sure.
If the stop losses all hit, she's probably only going to make about 16,000.
Perfect.
But
Still a profit.
we're hedging our bets here, going, I don't want to sell everything, but I want to make sure that some of this growth is protected.
Yep.
So that's what I did.
And I think that's a great idea.
And again, if you make over 50 million and you don't have some kind of escape plan for shit goes sideways, then that's a you fucking problem. If you are the Dukes in Trading Places, that's a you fucking problem.
I love that movie. I'm gonna go home and watch it again.
I love that movie too, but do you feel bad for them at the end?
No.
Why?
Because
When they were put in the poorhouse, they had all this money and now they don't, and you should feel bad for them.
yeah, I say, but they were generational wealth, right?
And dickbags.
Right. So, but not every rich person is a dickbag, right? I mean, we talk about Shaq.
I mean, there are rich people that do great things with their money.
Yep.
Again, should Taylor have over $1 billion? No.
Yes.
No.
She earned every bit of it.
But does she do great things with her money? Yes.
Yep. So, and Taylor Swift, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on.
Absolutely would.
Talk about this. Would you be willing to meet this criteria?
No, I'd love to have that conversation.
Right. And honestly, you can hop on for 35 seconds, say yes
or no, and we're good.
Yep. And then, granted, if you say no, just know that Nick's going to grind you or David's going to grind you on it.
I would.
If you say yes, I'm going to be like, all right, you win. So that's really what's going to happen. So 30 seconds of your time, or I'll give David 1 minute and 40 seconds, right? And we'll hold you to it. So, and Taylor, I can't afford your hourly rate. So, yeah, let's say, but hop on for us.
The next one, public health care.
Yeah, you and I both agree.
Yeah.
I think no human being should be, no, I don't. So it's funny when I say it versus when you say it. When you say it, I always think you mean poor people.
What do you mean?
Public health care.
No, I mean everybody.
When
everybody should get the same shit that Congress is getting.
Oh, everybody should get everything.
Mhm.
So when I say, I really like, No human being should become poor, no matter your wealth, because you have a medical condition.
Correct. You should never file bankruptcy because
Correct.
you're sick.
And if you're a billionaire, if you're a trillionaire, it shouldn't. If you're a trillionaire, you shouldn't become a billionaire because of healthcare. If you're a billionaire, you shouldn't become a millionaire because of healthcare. If you're a millionaire, you shouldn't become, a thousandaire. Like if you're a thousandaire, you shouldn't become broke as shit, right? Like we should save as many lives as possible. It's funny because that's where my pro-life comes in, right? I think every life has a possibility to impact something.
Would you say that you and I are more pro-life than pro-lifers?
Agreed. You're gonna have to swipe the puzzle piece. TikTok break.
So
I love how David always misses this fucking thing.
I got it right the first time.
He did get it right, but I still seen that he went like past it.
I did.
Because if I swipe it, right, I'm gonna be like right on.
Yeah, I don't go slow.
No, David
I
like
go fast.
he's like, oh, I'm just passing. Every once in a while, like I think every time except for this time, he actually got
I
it.
have to do it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, because
I go
me,
too
I'm
fast.
like, oh, I'm gonna
Nope.
get it right lined up, and I want it to like fit like a glove.
Nope.
And David is like, no,
I don't give a fuck.
right, and it's just so funny to me because it gives me so much anxiety.
Outrageous culture. I like that. That was a comment from a little while ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching.
So,
That's my bad.
but you and I, I'm on board. I'm on board for healthcare. Because I believe. Okay, so right, my father-in-law, who will never ever listen to my fucking podcast,
Mhm.
He had half of his foot chopped off.
Mhm.
Right?
Diabetic?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And we're not going to get into all the details, but let's go farther. So one of the things you can get is a wound vac.
Mhm.
Well, if you get a wound vac. Now, a wound vac, from my understanding, again, I'm not in the medical field. Don't quote me on what I'm saying, but I'm telling you what I understand. A wound vac goes on, takes all this, purifies makes pure oxygen, helps the healing process, does all this. It is known to help. It is known to heal. It is known to do this, right? It has the benefits. It is the known thing to help a person succeed. It's not covered.
Wound vac.
Right. But that option,
Costs too much money.
exactly. You know what could happen? You know what happens? Oh, you could pay for it out of pocket.
Mhm.
Why should a person we have the technology, we have all this, you're technically a nonprofit. Why the fuck is this not offered to everyone? We know it helps. We know it does the things. It blows my mind on that sense of things, right? That's what pisses me off. Those are the types of standards that I absolutely hate.
Answer me this, Nick. I have a BiPAP to help me sleep.
You do.
I'm on my 3rd or 4th.
What happens if you don't wear your BiPAP
I stop breathing
during the middle of the night? Now,
on average of 6 times per minute.
6 times per minute.
Yeah.
So, and what happens when you stop breathing? You lose oxygen in your body that goes to the brain.
Uh-huh.
So it stops development. It stops things. Now, a BiPAP comes in and helps you breathe.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Keeps my airway open and oxygen going into
And
my
so
lungs.
you can be the best possible you by having a machine that helps you breathe.
Ask me how much I spent for the first one.
How much did you spend?
Probably about $900 or so.
Okay.
Because you have to rent it
Yeah.
to make sure that it works. Do you know what you have to do with the second one?
No.
You have to rent it to make sure that it works. You know what you have to do with the third one?
Rent it.
You have to rent it to make sure that it works.
Hmm.
Anytime you get a new one, you have to rent it to make sure that it works. No, you have to rent it because the insurance company doesn't want to pay for all that shit. So they're going to make you bear part of that burden.
Yep.
And we're talking, $1,000 maybe.
And there's some people who stop breathing for longer than you,
Oh yeah.
and there's people who stop breathing in general.
So, Nick, have you ever fallen asleep on 28th Street and knocked off somebody's fucking mirror?
No, can't say I have.
I have. Have you ever fallen asleep down one of the side roads and taken out a mailbox?
Falling asleep? No.
I have. I remember sitting at a friend's house one time and he fell asleep dead away. I mean, in middle of a conversation. And this was after I had my BiPAP for, I don't know, 5 years.
Sure.
And the guy sitting with me goes, man, I envy him. You can fall asleep anywhere at any time. And I went, I don't.
Right.
He goes, what do you mean? I said, that used to be me. That's not a choice. That's a disease.
Right.
Because it is. You just fall asleep. I had just started at my job and I got the BiPAP shit. It was probably 6-8 months after I started. People would walk by my desk and I would be sleeping at my desk. That wasn't a choice. That just happened. I passed out because I was so fucking exhausted because I didn't sleep at night.
You're not sleeping. Yeah.
And when you don't sleep at night, you just fucking fall asleep doing normal shit.
You're not a good you.
Right. It was miserable. I fucking hated every day.
Yeah.
I would be standing straight up and fall asleep on my feet. So, I mean, you know, to sit there and think that that's normal or you should have to continue to pay for that over and over again, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
I could go on and on about medical, you know, being in the field. And
Just took a little snooze at Leonard and Wilson.
I hope by choice.
Yeah.
Not because you passed out because you don't sleep at night. Last one. Hire 50,000 new IRS agents to focus on corporations with 500 employees or more.
Yeah. I don't need to
Why are you so against hiring IRS agents? Most of these people are old as shit and going to retire.
Yeah.
How do you replace them?
By hiring new people. You don't need to hire 50,000.
We're not going to be
Why?
able to replace most of what we have. And if you're going to do the job right, you have to have more people to do it.
Right. I mean, right? But like, this is a government. I don't think government should have as much control as what they have.
You can't count on people to have any kind of self-control because they've proven over and over again for the last 2,025 years
Let's say.
that they don't have any fucking self-control. For every one of me or you,
Yeah.
when it comes to being charitable, there's 100 people that are like, fuck those people.
Yeah.
And yeah, good example. Do we have self-control when it comes to food?
No.
No.
Say.
Drinking?
True story. So my wife always bitches.
Mhm.
Leftovers never get eaten.
Mhm.
So she made shepherd's pie. And I get home, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I had that for the first time in Vegas, just so you know. Go ahead.
Oh, Gordon Ramsay's?
No.
Oh, okay.
Irish pub, but go ahead.
There's 3/4 of a pan probably left. So I walk in and I take half of it. I was like, I fucking eat it. She's like, all right. And I happened to stay up last night because I wanted Courtney to sleep. And
Mhm.
I was laying on the couch and I was like, I just don't want to sleep here. But I stayed up, started watching a show. 4 hours later, 2 a.m., I'm hungry. Man, that shepherd's pie was good. I was like, I told her I'd take care of the dish, which I actually put it in the fridge. And I was like,
Mhm.
I'm going to eat this. Right. So I go eat that. I got up for my massage this morning. So my alarm got up for my massage. She's like, hey, did you put the shepherd's pie in a different container? And I was like, no, I put it in my belly. Like, and she's like, oh, all of it? And I was like, yeah, like, we don't have leftovers. You're welcome. Yeah, you don't have to complain about another thing there. No.
That was the wrong thing.
I was like, oh my God, was Emerson going to take that for lunch? And she's like, well, she was going to. And I was like, fuck. First time ever my kid wanted leftovers. First time ever in my history of life, right?
She's a picky eater.
So I'm just sitting here going, like, the one time I decide to eat the food that's in the house. Because, she'll get mad. Because, like, I'm like, all right. Like, even tonight. Tonight she texted me. I love my wife to pieces.
But
Right. Tell me this makes you want to go home and eat. There's food, but it's disappointing.
sweet.
I could stop and get Burger King, Taco Bell, anything on the way, and not be disappointed. Or I can go home and eat this disappointing food.
I gotta tell you honestly, if you're getting Taco Bell or Burger King, you're probably going to be disappointed because it doesn't taste that good.
I like it.
I will eat it if it's cheap enough, but other than that, I can't say I like it anymore.
Oh, see, I like Taco Bell. Yeah,
I can deal with Taco Bell. That's probably one of the more decent ones.
I can go to Checkers.
Sometimes I want a Whopper.
Yeah.
Sometimes you crave one.
Yeah, of
Or a
course.
Big Mac.
Because you don't want to spend $14 on a burger, but you want a burger. Now you don't want to grill one up and take all, you know what? Like that burger hits the spot of like, yep, it's flame broiled. It does the job I need. I'm happy eating a Whopper.
If I got a coupon, I'll do it. You can get
Whopper Wednesdays.
you can get a $3 with a $3 purchase at Burger King today in the app. You can get a free double cheeseburger.
See, there we go. Right. So
Not that I'm encouraging that. I'm telling you.
what I'm saying is right. Like so okay. But my point is that leftovers from today.
Enjoy life is unfollowing you because you're married.
I'm unfollowed.
Taco Bell and Burger King have been voted the worst fast food restaurants. That's probably not. I'm just talking.
It's not skinny people.
It's probably health wise and other things.
No, they have that new chicken.
Their
Cantina healthy.
I will eat a few things at Taco Bell that I'm like, oh, that tastes pretty good. It's probably better for me than a fucking anything from McDonald's because McDonald's is like poison.
Steak quesadilla, my boy.
Just poison.
Yeah, I am sorry you got unfollowed.
That's all right.
Yeah. Just say.
I honestly, I think we need
is alone. Go to the Cantina version, sir.
I think we need to change Mike's name on the show from the eye candy because obviously it's you.
Hi, it's me. I'm the problem.
It's you are. So what do you hate most about this plan? What do you like about it?
Oh, what's the last thing?
That was it.
What was the last one?
The 50,000 agents.
Oh, yeah, agents. You know what? Thing I hate the most. I hate taxation. I think it's theft.
Without taxation, how do you help people?
Yeah, I mean, I
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you at this moment. But
I think it's really hard because you have to count on people to do charitable things, and there aren't enough people like that. Let's go to
the TikTok,
the latest TikTok thing.
Yeah.
So, lady calls up, says, "I need formula for my baby. Will you help me?"
Yep.
The only churches that would help her were black churches.
Yep.
Or Muslims or synagogues.
Yep.
Regular, like mostly predominantly white conservative Christian churches said, "Get the fuck out of here."
I don't know if I sent you that one. There was the one local here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know.
Kalamazoo.
No, not the lady.
Okay.
It was the preacher that came up and said, "I don't know if you've seen the negative on, the social media thing, but we are givers. We are this. We do. We want to raise so many things to get people toys. We're going to be the biggest toy donator that's possible. We're going to be big. I want this to reach heavens." And so my comment was, this person just took the information they were given,
mm-hmm.
and it was like my wife telling me, "Hey, I just need a minute to have myself," and I went and took a shit to give her time and space.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm still there. Okay. You know what a hungry kid needs?
Food.
No, they need a fucking toy because Jesus came for Christmas. They need a fucking toy.
Jesus was born in the summer. He was also a brown man from my part of the world.
Yeah. But like all I'm saying is this guy is like, we're gonna give toys. We're gonna give the best fucking toys. We're gonna give all the toys. And that was what he took from this conversation of a person asking them if they would help feed them. And this person said, "You know what? I hear what you're saying, but we're good people because we give toys."
So,
like, yes, we're doing a fundraiser for toys. We haven't had anybody reach out to us on Bucks and Brews and say, "You know what would help? If you donated food to XYZ. Hey, if you donated, if you donated non-perishable or perishable items to XYZ, we could really use this." We haven't had that. So what do? We came up with a thing that we enjoy doing. We're doing toys. Yes. I'm making fun of a person giving toys, but nobody has reached out. Nobody's reached out to Break Room Therapy, Bucks and Brews, and said, "Hey, our kid is hungry.
Can you help?
Can you find me some food?" No, sure. And the thing is, I know for a fact, if they called and they're doing this, you guys are going to do it. the same as I am, right? Like I feed my fucking bowling kids, right?
I have a call to action here.
Yeah.
I went out with my new Persian friend last week.
Did you?
We had tea again, or he had coffee, I had tea.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying our conversations.
Good.
And he said to me, he goes, listen, I decided to do this. And I pitched the idea to a friend, and the friend goes, if you handle the turkeys, I'll handle all the fixings. So they're buying 5 complete Thanksgiving dinners
Nope.
for 5 people. He goes, I already have 2 of them counted for, but if you know anybody,
Yeah.
please let me know. It will be totally anonymous. We will provide everything. They just need to do the cooking.
Yep.
And I thought that was fucking
It's
wonderful.
amazing, right?
So I had Dawn put some feelers out there. Nobody came forward and said, yeah, I really need that. I'm putting it on Bucks and Brews right now, but you need to get a hold of us like in the next day or two. So it's probably only going to apply to the people that are live. If
Jeff, thanks so much for the roses, man. We really appreciate it.
If you're in need, please reach out to us because we do have some resources out there that are willing to help. And again, I'm inviting people to my house
Yep.
because
I'm hosting 15 people this year again.
yeah, isn't that great?
He doesn't listen. It doesn't matter.
Thanks,
I
Jeff.
have a very good friend of mine, right? And last year, his dad said, "Hey, I'm going to host Thanksgiving." His dad had some whatever and made an excuse. Let's just call it that. It's an excuse. And he goes, "Oh, I'm not going to host Thanksgiving anymore." Bud, my house is fucking open. His whole family came over to my house. Oh, we don't want to impose. You're not imposing.
No,
So this year I've started early. I'm like, look, I loved having everybody. I want nothing more than everybody to be at my house. You've been to my table. I mean, I fit 12, but we always put a kids table up to fit the other ones or whatever, right? I love that. That is family to me, right? If I'm feeding you, we're family, right? And so, yeah, it's just they already yep, we're gonna be here, and I was like, fuck yeah.
I mean that. I would rather you call me up and say I got no place to go and come to my house. I would rather you just I don't even need you to call me. Just fucking show up. Dawn makes enough food.
Right.
There's enough food. If I can have one less turkey sandwich, I'm okay. I will share that shit with you. And again, I have 3 people that I've invited. Mike would rather come hang out with us because he doesn't have his kids this year.
Sure.
So he's like, you know what? I'll see my family a different day. I'm just going to come hang out with you. Maybe we'll do a mental health podcast. We'll watch some football. We'll eat some food. We'll have some fun. Cool. Great. Anna might come over because she's having some issues and doesn't know they're not doing anything until Saturday, family wise. And she's like, yeah, I don't really have any place to go. I'm like, you should just come to our house. It's fine.
Yep.
I have no problems. I invited somebody from work today saying, because I suspect she doesn't have anything going on. And I'm like, hey, come join us. It's fine.
Also, my Indian friends, I'm getting to know their culture. Like they're doing, but I was like, hey, if you guys are doing nothing,
David and a donut.
yeah, I wrote that one
Oh,
down.
good.
And so I was like, hey, if you want, the house is open, right? Please come. Oh, and then now they're all gonna get together and they're gonna do whatever. I was like, hey, you guys doing a turkey? And they're like, no, we tried it once, it didn't work out. And I was like, oh, you haven't had Nick Watkins turkey. I was like, that's what's up. So I was like, if you want, I'll just make you a fucking turkey. I was like, I'll throw it in the fry. You just have to do a different time than I do, right? Kind of a thing, because it takes me 2 hours to do a fried turkey. And I was like, I'll absolutely do that. But they're gonna do their own thing and stuff like that. But
and as long as they got someplace to go, that's fine.
right.
But you shouldn't spend. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday now. Like it wasn't when I was a kid. Obviously, Christmas was and Halloween was, but probably ever since my late teens, Thanksgiving was the one that I loved the best.
Yeah.
Because you get together with family and friends and you have food and you watch football. And for me, those are great things to do.
Yep.
I love it when the Bears don't fucking play on Thanksgiving. I'm pissed they're playing on Black fucking Friday. It fucking annoys me. Just play on Sunday, make my life easier. But anyways,
Yep.
I'll probably lay a couple bets down. I'll probably drink a little bit with Mike. I'll have fun. That's all I'm looking to do is have fun with people I care about.
Yep.
My house is open. If you need someplace to go, hit me up.
Yeah, if you need food and you want it at your house, we'll get you in touch with the right people to have the stuff. Jeff said air fryer turkey. Yeah, actually I do. I bought a turkey air fryer. It's a big vat and it holds this, right? And so it comes out so delicious. My smoked turkey takes 12 to 14 hours. My air fryer turkey takes me 2 hours and 5 minutes.
I can't eat smoked food.
No?
It tastes too much like my mother's house.
Say.
Ring, ring.
Yeah. But so 50,000. But once you get, so my problem is once you get everything under control of what taxes are going to be paid and auditing, why do you need 50,000?
Because again,
employees?
you're going to have IRS agents that are retiring,
Sure.
and that will replace that
How many are retiring?
soon.
Sure.
I don't know. I think they estimated they were going to lose like 60,000 or something.
Okay.
That's just the number I'm literally pulling out of my ass.
So if we're going less, then sure. But I mean, I guess when I say added 50,000, it's not replacing what we already have. It's 50,000 additional, is how I understand it, right?
Right. It would be 50,000 just for that.
I don't think we need that. I think that's ridiculous.
37% of IRS employees are estimated to become retirement eligible in the next 5 years.
Sure. So, and now, are you in love with this program? What his
I mean, again, I need to see more concrete ideas. He said he was going to do a bunch of tax loophole videos, so I'm going to want to watch those. Yep. I'm intrigued by it. I think, we need something that could work. And right now, it's not working. It's working for the very, very ultra rich.
Yep.
But it's not working for regular citizens that need help. Again, why are we so fucking happy that SNAP benefits are getting cut off? Those people need help. Now, again, to your point, might somebody be abusing it? Sure.
Whatever.
Do you really give a fuck about the one person abusing it if 10 people that need it get it?
I don't care about the 1% of people making money, and I don't care about the 1% of people abusing the fucking system.
Do you give a shit if they buy an Oreo ice cream cake?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because why don't I? Because I know that every day of the week I can go buy that ice cream cake. They can only buy it, quote unquote, once a month, right? If they choose to do that ice cream cake. I'm in a different position where if I want ice cream, here's the thing. I can buy an ice cream cake from anywhere at any time. Mm-hmm. And with that ice cream cake, I'm going to go host it at the roller rink for my thing that I paid for that too. So if that's the one thing that you're getting that makes you happy, fuck, I don't care. I grew up back in the day where government cheese was the thing. They sent you a bag of rice. They sent you select foods. I also grew up back in the day where we got to buy our own stuff and we had checks and all that, right? Mm-hmm. You could only buy a select things. You couldn't buy, and maybe I was lied to. We weren't allowed to buy cereal that had sugar in it. I thought that was a government rule. It might have been somebody lied to me because now I see that you can really just buy any cereal you want, kind of a thing. You couldn't buy pop back in the day. I'm not sure if you can now.
You can.
Oh, can you? Okay, you couldn't buy pop with your SNAP.
There are people that have bought pop, taken it to the return thing, and put them in with full fucking cans in,
right?
Because they just wanted cash.
Yeah. But back in my day, I guess you can get milk and juice, right? But you couldn't get pop back in my day. Look, if somebody wants a pop, whatever. I mean, that's how you're spending your fucking. It's $360 max, I think, right? I don't 420. I don't fucking know, but I'm blessed in my spot, where if I want it, I can go buy the same thing. But I'm gonna buy.
What was a treat for you when you were a kid?
Ice cream.
Okay, so how often do you think in a month you had ice cream as a kid?
In a month?
Yeah.
Couple times. I mean, we'd go through because you'd go to McDonald's. Happy Meals back in the day were cheap, right? But it always came with a free ice cream, so that was your treat. How often we go up to the Dairy Dip?
Yeah,
I remember going to school. The older I got, I guess a little bit more we went, but really, as a kid, not much. In the month, in the summer, twice a month.
Okay.
Right. Kind of amazing.
Was that special?
Yeah. Right.
How do you feel?
I felt great, right? I felt quote unquote normal, right? I could never get a larger, but it was fine to me. To be able to get a hard ice cream was a thing.
Well, Nick, we had the money to do that. I enjoyed going to Plain Old Ice Cream for Blue Moon.
Yeah.
But that was, that could be a Tuesday night after soccer.
Right.
It wasn't that big of a deal to me because we had plenty of money and I didn't really want for anything.
Well, and one of my biggest memories about not having money, it was $2 a person for a family fun night for school. and my dad had promised me that we could go, right? Because he had screwed up something. He might have said, "Hey, we could." My dad was he's a shitty human, but right, he's like, "Oh, maybe we'll go to the movies next weekend when I see you guys." And then we get there, and oh no, I said maybe. I didn't promise, and I promised, and I promised. So I made him promise that we'd go to family fun night, and it cost $10. And I remember him bitching and saying that we don't have the fucking money. I can't afford to get there. And I was like, this is, it's $4. And he's like, nope, the whole family is $10 or whatever. And I was like, yeah, but why can't you and I just go? Like you had promised, this is $4. And so I remember like scraping through my change that I kind of had saved up, and finally bitched enough to where he finally brought me, or brought all of us. Looking back, I feel like shit. But again, my dad raised me like a promise is a promise, and that's what you keep, right? You keep your promise. So it's a, when I used to work, he used to own a business that failed, but when I'd work on the weekend or whatever, I'd get a 25-cent Shasta and a 25-cent. They used to make muffins. Little W used to make muffins for a quarter a piece, or donut sticks or whatever it was. So you can go get a quarter for that and a quarter for 35 cents with your return. But we'd always just bring the old return, and so 50 cents, right, is what I'd get paid for a weekend. And here I am sanding an entire box truck or whatever, and I gotten paid. Sure, he fed me lunch or whatever, but I don't. Or hey, wait till we get home. Wait till we get home is a lot of what's said. So I don't remember really eating lunch at the shop. I remember getting breakfast because it was always a pop and donut sticks or whatever, but really nothing more than that. So like, if we spent EBT, it was to feed our house, and we had a bigger family, right? So 5, 6 of us, and so like banquet chicken, right? I still eat banquet Salisbury steak.
Yeah, it's your
It
favorite
is
food.
one of my favorite meals, right? Banquet chicken. I mean, back in the day, let's call it $5 for the box. We'd get a bag of potatoes and have to mash them ourselves. We never. I remember our one of our bigger expenses. We used to go to Gordon Foods, and they used to have a 3-gallon jug. It wasn't 5. It was 3. It was this big, but it had a spout on the end of it. And so we'd get call it Kool-Aid. It was Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah.
And so you'd be able to push this, and the Hawaiian Punch would pour out. And that was our gift. Every once in a, and it wasn't all the time. It was like every once in a while there'd be a thing. I remember I was living with my mom or whatever, and I stayed at my dad because he was going to bring me to school. And do you know so do you ever make Polish roses or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So there's they still sell it. You just got to find it. But the really thin slices of meat they used to sell them 25 cents a piece, 5 for $1, right? There's probably a quarter pound of meat. Not even, I wouldn't even say that. It's an eighth of a pound of meat. It is, I should look it up. It's very thin, but there's 10 slices. Well, when we made sandwiches, right, we'd have to split that in between 2 of us. So it'd be 10 cents, or whatever. Or hey, take 4 slices. So I remember, I think there's 12 slices in a pack. And so you take 4, 4, 4, and 4, whatever it might be. Sorry, 4, so 3 4s. Or 4 of us had to eat, then you take 3 of them. And so, like this meat is your finger, like. And so I remember the one time staying over there, my dad's like, hey, don't tell anybody. I give you a whole pack of meat. And I thought that was like the biggest thing in the world. Here I'm with, Meyer brand, 70-cent bread, whole pack of meat. And I felt like a king at school. I was like, oh, I'm eating like, I say that was the special thing was you got 25 cents worth of full fucking meat, right? Like I those are the things I still remember about my childhood. Is the one day, my dad made me feel special, but like the one day my dad made me feel like a king and feel like, a real man kind of a thing, that was, but if somebody else is going out there and they're not buying the 25 cents, because the 25-cent meat's still out there. It's like $1 a pack now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I seen it for 79 cents in the little corner.
Yeah.
And I think it's $1 and a quarter. But if you're gonna go buy fucking the bigger pack for $4, or I think we pay $6 now for the thinly sliced lunch meat. $6 for a 1 pound package. if you're buying that over buying the stuff, I don't really give a shit. You're feeding your kids. Like, what do I care, right?
You should.
The first time I ever had Jif peanut butter was at a friend's house.
Mm,
We always bought the big
off-brand.
off-brand tub. Do you remember? It looked like a Crisco jar
Mhm.
or a Crisco tub.
Yep.
So I never had like name brand peanut butter, and I ate it, and I was like, okay, cool. We're both eating peanut butter. Like mine just doesn't have a name on it. Yeah, like those types of things. Like it's funny talking to
I would only eat
you,
Jif.
right? Like talking to rich people who are like, oh, this, and I'm like, fuck are you talking about, bud? Like,
I didn't eat generic cereal till I was an adult.
yeah. Oh, see, and that's yeah.
I always ate Kellogg or Wheaties or whatever.
See, no, and I still don't buy my daughter all. My wife does more, but like I buy because I walk my daughter through the store,
Mhm.
and we'll look at Captain Crunch because that's one thing that we'll share. And don't quote me, but it's like a 1 pound box, right? That's how big a box is, and I think 15 point whatever, but it's a 1 pound box, and it costs $6.
Mhm.
And so then I walk her over here. I'm like, hey, we can get 3 pounds of Captain Crunch for $7. 1 pound versus 3 pounds costs $1 more, but we can eat it 3 times. Yeah, let's go with that one,
Yeah.
right? And so like I don't teach her the value of a name. I teach her the value of what you're getting. There's a negative to it, but also a positive, right? Say uh corn flakes is the Kellogg's version. We always had corn pops.
Mm.
It's a white basic box and so like, oh, you go to school and you'd be like, oh, what'd you eat today? And you'd learn, you'd be like, oh yeah, I had corn flakes today, right? But it's like, if you're buying your kid Golden Grams versus whatever, what the fuck do I care? Like, you're spending your money. Like, I would make the value decision, but if you're buying it, I don't give a shit. That's the one thing your kid's gonna eat, because especially going through like what my daughter like won't eat random things. Fucking care, right? You found the one thing your kid's gonna be happy about and eat. Make the kid fucking happy. And I don't think they need to be happy in every part of their life, And that's the thing. People don't understand. You know what you can't buy with SNAP benefits? Toys.
Nope.
Clothes.
Yep.
Right? Buying fucking food. It's a necessity to live. Granted, I need a lot more than most people. I don't need it. I choose to eat it, right? So
Are undocumented people eligible for SNAP benefits now?
no.
But they tell us they are. Why?
Motherfucker,
Yeah, and they
trying to get you to think that everybody's ripping you off.
You can get ignorant people to believe that shit. LBJ said it best. If you can convince the poorest, most ignorant white person that they're better than the richest, smartest black person, you'll always have their vote.
Oh, absolutely. Right? I grew up that way,
Mhm.
right? I'm not afraid to admit that. Like, if you asked me the real truth, right? When I found out Obama graduated from Harvard, I was like, it still bothers me. I just watched a TikTok of a guy who's running for governor, which I know your wife has met. And their headline on this, they're doing a stupid trend where they like sing the one and then the 1X, what I would call, right? Ghetto or whatever. The headline just says, hey, you're about to vote your first ever black governor. And I was like, why the fuck does that matter? Like, what? Take your pride out of it, right? But we've been, and this is where you and I differ. Like, oh, you're about to have like you're just about to have a fucking governor that's doing something. Like, I don't need to, I get that you're trying to go for the African American vote, but like, to be the first of anything because of a race just bothers me, right?
But do you know why that's so celebrated in marginalized communities?
Oh, I understand, because they're not doing that, right? Like,
yeah, they've never gotten
the
to experience that.
right? Right.
And representation really does matter, because when you see somebody that looks like you, that attains a certain powerful position,
right,
you believe that's actually attainable for you. And before Obama was voted president of the United States, there's not one black man that ever thought I could be president, ever.
Well, not every president, right? But like, I mean, we had Sandra Day O'Connor, yeah, right?
Yeah, she was the first female justice on the Supreme Court.
Right. And so we talk about first this, and it's like, man, because, and you know my stance, right, David? I don't look at you in any different color, not because of your skin tone. Not I I look at you as you're an American. You talk about your heritage way more than I talk about mine or your own heritage, right? Because I look at everybody and just say they're an American. You're an American or you're not. Plain and simple, that's what it is. And if you're not, oh, where are you from? Welcome, right? That's 90. Sure, I'm going to dive into it and say, hey, tell me about your culture because I'm just, you know,
you're again the minority in that.
oh, I agree. But I grew up around others like that, right? Like I grew up around African Americans and Puerto Ricans and stuff like that. And so it's just like we were all fucking poor.
Yeah.
Like, say, you know, we had the same lifestyle. You know, one of my kids, we were talking about the holidays coming up or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, and Hanukkah. And he's like, man, you celebrate everything. I was like, yeah, dude, I'm like a man of the world. And then somebody goes, oh, yep, you got Valentine's Day in there. And I was like, I don't do that. And then he's like, you celebrate fucking Diwali, you celebrate Hanukkah, you celebrate Christmas, you celebrate this. And I was like, yeah, I don't celebrate made up fucking holidays, right? I was like, you're making it up and forcing me to do something. I was like, if I have to show my wife that I love her because some day told me I had to, that's not a day I'm going to. I was like, I show my wife I love her throughout the entire year. And that's what it is. And it's funny because I tell this story all the time. I love my wife to pieces. I really do. I told her, I was like, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. She buys me stuff. So whatever. The next day I go out and I buy 75% off stuff at Walgreens, throw a fucking bear up there, throw a chocolate up there. And I said, hey, happy Valentine's Day. And she's like, ugh. And I was like, there's no difference, right? It's just a day. Literally, it's like celebrating Christmas with your family fucking Christmas Eve versus celebrating on Christmas. There's no difference between the day I celebrate it. The difference is I thought about you enough to save us the fucking money so we can buy the next place, right?
100%.
That's how I look at it, right? I made the conscious decision to say, hey, if my wife wanted to celebrate Valentine's Day the day after, I would absolutely be behind it, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hold my daughter to that standard because school says, hey, we're going to be celebrating. So yes, we go online and we go to Amazon or we go to the dollar store and because
you get cards.
And my daughter, I don't live the same. I don't put my belief on her. Okay. Because I understand that's my belief and how I feel. Every year my daughter you talk about this because you asked about like things. Never in my life was I the kid that gave the best Valentine's card. We went to the dollar store. I used to have to rip the 4 pieces, break them, do whatever, fill them out.
I did that too.
Okay. My daughter has brought in suckers. She's brought in Squishamallows, like that she tapes on. She's brought in like fucking keychain. She always has a gift with hers. My wife spends $10. Do I get annoyed? Sure, because who the fuck's ever going to remember that? But it makes her happy, it makes her fit in, makes her do this, right? I never in my life did I ever have the cool gift or anything like that, right? It's just weird to me, right? It's a very frustrating, weird belief that people have.
I mean, you know, talking about beliefs, I never told my daughter she was an atheist.
Right. So,
she knew I was one.
Sure.
But she was free to look at anything she wanted to look at. And she never found religion to be anything that she was interested in. So de facto, she's an atheist.
Well, and see, I'm opposite.
And I don't know if that, she might just be agnostic. I don't know.
I'm opposite.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter has had influential friends and things, invite her to church things and do this. And so she was part of GEMS, right?
Caitlin went to church things.
Yeah. And I always allow her to. I never say no. I never hold her back.
Yep.
But we talk about it every time.
Mm-hmm.
And I ask her, what do you believe and why do you believe it? 1, I'm curious to figure out this. And 2, if you can't have the balls to sit here and talk to me, you don't get to do that, right? My daughter also believes that a fucking tornado, if the wind blows, a tornado is going to happen right fucking now.
Yeah.
Babe, we've never had a tornado in the middle of winter, right? In Michigan, we've never had this. Like, so your belief is that the wind is blowing, that equals tornado. Your belief, and so we will talk about it. So I'm not forcing her to do something. I'm forcing her to think about her decisions to make her be a better person. Right? You know, I was telling Angela a story. Sunday, I wake up, whatever. My daughter's playing with some Legos, which was great because she was playing with Legos at the Comic-Con.
Okay, yeah.
She We went to an event that night for a bowling party. She ended up winning she bought a Lego kit, knockoff, whatever, and she built a rose. And she was building it and got so mad, couldn't do it. And so I stopped her. And I said, hey, look, you're allowed to be frustrated and angry and do this. I said, but here's the life lesson I'm going to give you, and you have to listen to this. I said, right now, you get to do anything you want, anything your heart desires within the house. You're choosing to do this. And when you get the opportunity to choose to do something fun, when it becomes not fun, stop fucking doing that thing, because it's going to do nothing but build this. It's going to build anger. It's going to build, but you have the choice to set it down and go, hey, I can ask for help. I can do this. I can do that. I was like, but you are choosing to let yourself be affected by this. And she like took a deep breath and she's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, right, she felt like a jackass because she goes, I can't get this to click. Well, now go figure. And I was like, so then she finished it within like 2 seconds. Because I don't know if it was like thumb placement or whatever it was, but it doesn't matter. And I just explaining to her, like, given the choice, you need to choose the right decision on what affects you.
Well, I called you on Monday.
Yeah.
Right after Angela.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to bitch about having Angela.
Yeah. Oh.
And you were busy, which is fine. You want to know why I wanted to bitch?
Why?
So we're talking about my mother, Ring Ring.
Ring Ring.
And she'll never listen to this, so I can share.
Right.
And you know, it was the normal, she doesn't know how to have a conversation, and you know, she relies on me to do everything, and if I don't drop everything and just do that for her, she gets pissy, and you know, all the shit, right?
Yep.
And Angela goes, you choose to do that. Right, I know.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, what would your mother do if you just said, wow, Mom, that really sucks. Let me know how it turns out.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's never gonna happen. And she goes, but what if it did? I'm like, it would just cause me more anxiety. It's just not worth my fucking time.
Right.
And I realize where Angela's coming from. I realize that what she's saying is 100% accurate. It's just never gonna fucking happen.
But it could.
It could, 100%, but it won't, because the anxiety inducing thoughts that it gives me to actually say and do those things are way fucking worse than me just biting the bullet and doing whatever the fuck it is that will get her to just be okay.
Yep. No, I get it. I trust me. I do this. I do the same thing. Here's the conversation I had. Hey, can you get some stakes that go in the ground for the snowplow because he hasn't been over to your grandparents' house? They're calling me constantly bitching. They're blah, blah. Yep, I'm at Nards. Let me grab these. I got you. Hey, we want to get the Leaf stuff done. Why don't you give me the phone number? I don't have her phone number. I just contact her on Facebook, blah, blah. The next day. Hey, are the Leaf people coming? Hey, let me get this right. I fucking told you I'm handling it. You told me what you wanted. I will get it done, right? And so, I'm sorry. Like you're no better than what the hell was just bitching at. You're just putting your bitching onto me. Like,
yeah, that's what they do.
Like, just the same as you told them. Hey, the snowplow knows how the fuck to do his job. He'll get it. They just don't believe you, right? And I'm like, God, you really just did the exact same thing you bitched about, right? Well, how come these Leaf people aren't here? Because they're fucking You decided, hey, I want right before snow falls to literally get my leaves cleaned up. Well, no, I've been trying to work on it forever.
Obviously not.
Right. I handled it for you 2 years ago. You handled it last. Right? Like
the gutter guards that we had put on by your guy fell off.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, it was just like hanging from the side of the house. And Dawn goes, hey, this is what's up. What are we gonna do? I'm like, I'll play with it when I get home. It wasn't easy for me to get to rehang. I wasn't really sure how to reattach. I'm like, I could probably do this if it was a small section, but being a big section, I don't really want to fuck with it.
Sure.
So I sent him a message. He's like, all right, I'll be out tomorrow. Cool. Didn't come. This was Friday.
Sure.
So Saturday night, I sent a message. Hey, I'm guessing you just got busy. I don't want this to fall off your radar.
Right.
Sends me a message Sunday morning. Yep. I got busy yesterday. I'll be out today. It's the house in Plainwell, right? And I said, no. It's my house in Byron Center. Here's the address. He goes, all right, I'll be out today. Didn't come. So sent him a message on yesterday, probably right around noonish. Hey, just making sure it's not going to fall off your radar. He goes, nope, I'll be over today. Like, we got back from grocery shopping. I want to say it was 4:30-ish. Pulled in, left the car in the driveway because we were unloading. We go inside, feed the cats, and all of a sudden Dawn's like, hey, if they're going to be a while, we need to get out because guess who showed up?
Oh,
And again, it took him not 5 minutes.
sure.
And he had left a pair of snippers at my house too on the roof. He goes, hey, can I get those back? I'm like, yeah, I just got to grab them. And he's like, oh, if it's a problem, don't worry about it. I'm like, dude, it's no problem. I have them. I'm pretty sure I know where they are.
Right, so,
And again, I'm not messaging him to be a dick. It's just, I don't want this to fall off your radar. It's going to be shitty out. I don't want you climbing up with fucking snow on the ground and shit, you know?
right.
And, you know, for Dawn's part, she would just say, hey, I haven't come yet. What's up?
Right.
So I just relay to her what's going on, but she never hounded me about it. And I don't feel like I hounded him about it. I'm just reminding you, hey. And I don't think our parents know how to do those things.
No.
They would rather just hound.
Well, and it's funny because like I got so annoyed that I finally gave my mom the snowplow guy's number, and I even apologized to him. I was like, "Hey, if you drop them as a client, there's no hard feelings."
Jeff said to your comment on landscaping, he goes, amen, landscaping isn't a joke. They're busy as fuck. I speak from experience.
Yeah. I say, but it's like to me, I just sit here and say, okay, you guys, this is the job that needs to be done.
Mhm.
Your job's to get it done.
Mhm.
I'll handle things otherwise if it doesn't get done, right? I mean the leaf people, like she had asked me a question, I didn't respond, and I was like, hey, the leaves are still here. She's like, yeah, you didn't respond front yard and backyard, and I was like, to me, it's like it didn't fucking matter. Just go to the fucking job, like,
Yeah.
and you'll get taken care of. She's worked for me for fucking years now, years, and it's just like, look, no matter what you do, you'll get compensated, right? Like,
Yeah, if you decide to do the whole thing, I'm still going to pay for
I've
it.
never once screwed you over,
Mhm.
So I'm talking to my brother, and I was like, hey, what do you want? And I was like, front and back. He's like, I can take care of the back, and he's like, well, just get the back. And I was like, hey, front back. And so I was like, hey, where are we at? Oh, hey, I'm busy. I'm going to do this job because it's going to pay me a shit ton versus this. And I was like, I don't care. Like, oh, it's probably going to be Monday. I don't fucking care when you get it done. I don't fuck.
Just get it done.
You have the choice on when you
Mhm.
do the work. As long as it gets done, I couldn't care less, right? They're wet now. You want to fucking deal with wet leaves? That's on you.
Yeah.
I would have fucking done them when they were dry, right? Like, and so that, yeah. But nope, just the control aspect. But yeah, no, I got so tired of getting, hey, Grandpa wants to know when the driveway is getting done. I think that was like one of my annoying straws was like, oh, hey, this guy isn't here. Why? It's been snowing. Yeah, he comes at fucking this time in the morning. Like, you're the later on his route, so he won't be there. Well, that's not going to work. Then do it your fucking self, right? Like, if it's not going to work for you, hire the fucking better, hire something else, do something else, whatever the fuck you need to do. I hired something, the job will get done. I trust this person. It doesn't get done in your time frame. That's not my problem, right? Like, if you want something, figure it out yourself.
The only time I bitch about my plowing is if it's not done by 7, because they guarantee it'll be done by 7.
See, yeah.
And if you send me a message and say, hey, we got a whole lot of fucking snow starting at 5 a.m., we're not going to be done by 7. Or we paid for the mailbox one fucking year, and they did it like twice. And I told Donna, I said, you need to fucking tell them we're never paying for that shit again, and they owe me money back because they're not fucking doing it.
Yep.
And every time Dawn called them, she's like, I've told them time and time again. Well, maybe you need to have a fucking conversation.
Those guys don't want to get out of their truck. They're in the truck. That's what they're doing.
I
So,
figure it the fuck out. I paid extra. Get the shit done right.
but so anything else on your topic?
So I'm gonna go for this real quick. I'm gonna one more time plug our live next week. So again, for anybody that's on TikTok or Twitch, or if you heard live, we are doing a live drink and draw at Break Room Therapy next Tuesday night. Doors will open at 5. We need ideas for the artists so they can figure out what they're drawing. If you want something to eat or drink, feel free to bring it in. Just take care of your mess afterwards. We are asking for donations at the door for Toys for Tots, either a new toy or monetary donation. If you do donate a toy, you will get a gift card to Break Room Therapy that you can use here. Should be a great event. 3 great artists, Jack Razor, Roger Scholz, and Dillenger. Nick, you got anything else to add to that?
As always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Monaco's, thank you so much. These were delicious.
I enjoyed my Byron Township water.
There you go.
Had a great time. Really looking forward to next week. We will be with you guys live next week. We will be on Twitch and TikTok at the same time. It won't be quite as interactive as if you're here. So thanks for joining, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.
you've dialed in
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
Save yourself some beer money.
Bucks
And Brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and Brews.
Bucks and Brews.